Global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, great people. Welcome back to Global Happenings. Today, we're so excited to have you again. A lot has been happening, especially in the PEPT, as the tension is biting really hard. But right now, and very interestingly, something very serious is happening in the 10th Senate. Nigerians do not expect the Senate to be a rubber stamp. But from all indication, it seems that like the opposition, especially the PDP, is now an orphan in the 10th Senate, according to the information from some of their key people there, as APC seems to have taken over everything. And then also a very top personality who is a lead person for a CSO and also a chieftain in the LP has sent very strong message to all the NAS members who are from the Labour Party. Don't forget that Labour Party increased their representation in the Senate, and it is expected that with what Labour Party represents, they are going to stand tall for the party. We are going to be looking at details of what had been sent across to them by one of the top chieftain of Labour Party. Now, according to the news, a civil society organization, CSO One Love Foundation, OLF, on Sunday charged Labour Party LP members of the Senate and House of Representatives not to put Nigerians to shame. Speaking on the issue surrounding the alleged 70 billion naira for working conditions of NAS members, 110 billion naira on bulletproof cars for Senate President and Speaker of the House of Representatives, 8,000 palliative stipend for poor Nigerians, an incessant hike of pump price of premium motor spirit PMS, current nosedive of naira and increased criminality, the founder and president OLF and chieftain of the Labour Party, Chief Patrick Eholo, disclosed in a chart that LP parliamentarians are expected to be a force to be reckoned with in terms of defending the masses on critical issues that negatively and adversely affect their well-being and welfare. Eloho, in his words, said that Labour Party parliamentarians are 8 as against 57 of the All Progressive Congress APC, and what is expected of them is that they should be more people centered on anything they are doing. The reason is because it was the people that voted them in there against all odds, so they cannot afford to peddle with the people. The trust and belief in them by the people for them is high. Essence the mandate given to LP candidates during the 2023 general election. The people are closely watching them, and we don't want them to be rubber stamped in the National Assembly, including State House of Assemblies. They need to prove that despite their little number, which can also change the narrative of Nigerian, should be used properly to get what they want and not always the majority getting what they want. And also, they are to be a force to be reckoned with at the 10th National Assembly. He went further to say, and I quote, he said, there are issues right now at the National Assembly, and the monies called for bulletproof cars for Senate President and Speaker of the House of Representatives, which runs into 110 billion naira, the 70 billion naira for working condition of NAS member, the 8,000 palliative stipend for poor Nigerians, biting hardship, and other critical issues are all there at the National Assembly, and this is the time we want LP parliamentarians to prove they are not pushovers but are the voices of the people. However, he said there is nothing yet to prove that LP parliamentarians are being compromised. According to him, he said, well, I am here to confirm in full if those LP NAS members have been compromised or they are still there to represent the people who voted them in. No, I don't think they sorry, I take that again. Say, no, I don't see them as disappointment because they are yet to do anything to warrant such name. The Labour Party members are just the minority in there, and we live in a country whereby the voices of the minority hardly supersede that of the majority, especially in politics. Meanwhile, in a related development, following the numerous crises rocking the People Democratic Party (PDP), senators elected on its platform have lamented what they refer to as the level of injustice they are suffering in the 10th National Assembly, while revealing that the PDP has no say in selecting the Senate minority leader. The lawmakers noted that their situation was worse because the party was not there to come to their aid. Speaking, a senator from the Northeast said that the PDP lawmakers are very helpless in this administration of the 10th Assembly. Public Accounts Committee was given to the Social Democratic Party that has just two members. They has never happened before, or this has never happened before. The lawmaker who stated that there is no PDP anymore disclosed that individuals were only fighting for themselves. He went further to say there is no PDP anymore. We can't collectively do anything anymore because there is no party to back us. Individuals are only fighting for themselves. Some have even taken over calling themselves the new generation lawmakers. They are those who came from the house of rape. They are so lawless. In fact, they have turned the Senate upside down. Our rules are no longer respected. It is such a sad thing. Another PDP lawmaker stated that the main opposition party would likely not survive its current crisis, noting that even the National Working Committee of the party has been so penetrated that it was like it was being run by the former Rivers State Governor, Nyesom Wike. The lawmaker in his words said, Wike has taken over PDP. Nobody will fight for us. We are now being treated anyhow by Akpabio and his men. No PDP lawmaker would like to talk to you so as not to be used as a scapegoat. A minority leader is subservient to the majority. We don't have a party to fight for us. As it is now, we are like sheep without a shepherd. I quote that again. We are like sheep without a shepherd. Now, I was expecting this, but one of the things that Nigerians we must really look at when electing people into very sensitive positions like that of Senate and House of Rep, we must first of all get to know who these personalities are and not just to elect them anyhow. Right now, for most of them, they are first timers, and being that they are first timers, the only thing that is paramount to them is how they can preserve their position in that Senate. To say representation 0%. I've not heard any person being critical in the Senate up till now. We've not heard from LP or even that's in Senate or in House of Rep. The LP guys that they voted in, some of them they are first timers, and what is most interesting for most of them is a change of status. They just love to go in there and enjoy themselves. And I think that we must understand what we did during the period of the elections. People feel that Labour Party is a party that is so great and has uncorrupt people, people who are not corrupted and all of that. That's not true. I think the only person that brought LP to limelight and made Nigerians to support them was actually Peter Obi. He's the only person that we can attest of that he has a very clean record, devoid of any form of fraudulent practice, a man who cares for the people and all of that. Every other person that was voted in were under the umbrella of Peter Obi, just wishing to get into power. And that's why we are not even feeling their impact. Imagine what they are saying right now, that APC has taken over. PDP, PDP are like orphans. They are like sheep without shepherd. Does it mean they can't come together and begin to stand against certain things that are done in the Senate? No, because they went in there because of their pockets. Some of them are just repeating the House of Rep and House and Senate as if it's their own birthright. And that's why we can't feel their impact. And I mean, this is an eye opener for Nigerians. When you want to vote someone into power, don't vote in anybody. People who have a track record of, people centered belief, people who are very conscious of the welfare of the citizens. We don't just wake up and say because it belongs to a particular. No, we have to come to a point where we begin to check the names people carry. In other words, attitudinal names that they have carried before now, so that we won't end up bringing in criminals under the guise of Labour Party. We are not feeling their impact as much as I can see. Even the guy who is the minority leader, all what he does is just to conquer. At least I've listened to their plenaries for a while. He's totally in support of what is going on and all of that. There is nothing critical about him, and that's why people like Baribe were totally being avoided. They shouldn't get into, because they were born in the neck of the ninth Senate. At least we have seen on several occasions where he stand up to oppose certain things that were brought in, even by the president. That was the kind of person we needed. But Akpabio, being a skillful guy, opened the floor for anybody, and then they sponsored those people. So right now, all of them are like APC annex. That's why nothing good is happening. However, let's wait to see if at a point they will join forces together to prove their worth in the parliament. That's what we'd like to leave it. Go to our comment.